John Doe order. It's very, very important. Whether you are writing this exam or not, or you're practicing, these two orders are very important. You should know this when it comes to a copyright infringement or violation. What is Anton-Pillar order? As we all know that it's a kind of a court order, but what is speciality in that, and what is the benefit out of Anton-Pillar order? An Anton-Pillar order is a form of civil search warrant which allows the plaintiff to enter the defendant's premises, remove documents. You've seen in the criminal cases, police officers can go and search, seize. In civil cases also, you can get a search warrant and you can seize product. As I told earlier, we can take inventory, we can ask for a documents. The duty is that in any civil suit, the pre-suit notice is very important. Or most of the courts in the district level, they always send a notice. They never pass ad interim injunction. The beauty of Anton-Pillar order, you file a suit, and the very same day you get an order for the search. They'll appoint an advocate commissioner. In some cases, they appoint 3-4, and they'll give a search warrant. You can go to the premises of the defendant, and you can search, seize, and you can take documents, you can take inventory. So this is the beauty of Anton-Pillar order. An Anton-Pillar order is a form of civil search warrant that displaces the normal rules and discovery of records. It enables the applicant to attend the premises of the defendant without notice and take possession of the records of the defendant. Because if it is already given, if the notice is already given, if it is already communicated, then there is a possibility that they'll hide all kind of materials which can be produced before the court and which will very well establish the case of infringement of copyright or infringement of patent or infringement of trademark. So that is the beauty of Anton-Pillar order. Why the name of Anton-Pillar order came into picture is that because the first order of this kind was passed in the case of Anton-Pillar KG versus Manufacturing Processor Limited. This is a British case. The party name itself was Anton-Pillar. That is why the order was called as Anton-Pillar order. The very next one is very important thing is John Doe order. It is also called as Ashok Kumar order. This is what several my friends told that in the last exam they asked a question about Ashok Kumar order or John Doe order. John Doe order or Ashok Kumar order is nothing but the name suggests that it's a very common name. John Doe is a name. It's a British case. John Doe is a very common name in every street or in every place. You have a one or other John Doe, like what we have a common name like Ashok Kumar or Ramesh, Suresh, like that. So that is what it refers to. But what is the actual concept? John Doe order is a pre-infringement injunction remedy provided to protect the intellectual property rights of the creator of the artistic works like movies, songs, etc. John Doe order is also known as Ashok Kumar order. As I said, it is not even an injunction. It is a pre-injunction remedy. What it gives? It is done to protect the rights of the plaintiff, to restrain the threatened or imminent wrongful act of an unknown defendant. See, in an Anton-Pillar order, you know the defendant. For example, company A files a suit against a company B saying that they established before the court that I have all the proof and I have all the apprehension that the defendant is going to, defendant is selling this product which is infringing my copyright or patent. So when you give a prior notice, they'll definitely hide all the information or they'll dispose of all the product. So immediately they go to the premises and they search, seize all the product. That is the power of Anton-Pillar order. But John Doe order is one step ahead because in Anton-Pillar order, you know who is the defendant. But in John Doe order, you will not even know who is the defendant. The classic example is that when you release a movie, it is a very classic case and it's a very recent trend here in Tamil cinema or whole Indian cinema. We are in the age of internet that immediately, even before the release of a movie like Tamil Rakas or any other websites, they are releasing the movie even before the release or immediately after the release. Various websites are releasing the movie. What is the trend right now? Everyone would have attempted by seeing the movie in Google by just typing. For example, if there is a new movie coming, Surare Potru or whatever it is, Darbar, Rajini movie. Immediately after the release, you type. There will be so many websites will be coming, but you can see in the recent times, this website is blocked under the court order. You go to any number of websites, the website name will be saying the website is blocked by court order. What does it mean? That is the beauty of the Jando order. The producer of the movie will move a suit. If it is a high court in Madras High Court, they'll move a suit and they'll ask for a Jando order saying that they'll give a list of all the website names. If they don't know the website name, they will straight away file the suit against the ISP. ISP, overall ISP, Internet Service Provider. Internet service providers are none other than like BSNL or Airtel or ACT, FiberNet, whoever is providing internet services in India, they are all called as ISP, Internet Service Providers. Through them only, all these websites are published. So the moment you file a suit against this ISP, the ISP will take the responsibility of blocking those websites so that nobody can see the movie, the pirated movie or whatever it is. So you can file a suit without even knowing the name of the defendants. That is what the Jando order. The name has come from here. It says the Court of Queen Bench, the United Kingdom developed the concept of Jando order in the form of an extraordinary equitable remedy where an injunction order is issued against the unknown defendant and defendants, therefore allowing the plaintiff to search and seize the premises of the infringer with the intention of preserving the evidence that may be destroyed. Not only this case, for example, in a movie case, you block all the websites. In several trademark and patent or copyright infringement cases, for example, if you launch a new product, assume that if it is an Apple watch or any product, you have a fear that in one of the bazaar or one of the famous shopping places, people are selling this and you have an apprehension that you don't even know and you don't have time to analyze all the parties' name. You can straight away get a Jando order and a list of names you can give and go and search and get all the products and submit before the court. It is not actually an injunction, but it is a permission for a search and seize from the court. That is what the Jando order. So how it came to India? The very first Indian case is that in Page Television Limited versus Rajan Mandal. Delhi High Court was the first High Court to issue Jando order. The first time ever passed ex parte interim order allowing the plaintiff to search and seize equipments and devices of unknown defendants, thus starting the jurisprudence of passing orders against unknown defendants, which is commonly known as Jando order or Ashok Kumar orders. This was the first case, you can note down, from Delhi High Court. What are the preconditions? It is not that every case you can go and get the Jando order. What are the preconditions laid down by the courts in India? Number one, the plaintiff has to satisfy the court that his or her right has been infringed. The instances of the previous breach, the sporadic infringement by known and unknown person. The plaintiff has to establish a prima facie case before any preemptive relief can be granted. Number three, the plaintiff has to establish that in the absence of the requested Jando order, defendant's action will potentially result in some financial or irreparable damages. So these three elements have to be met before issuing the Jando order. The court, before issuing Jando order, they will analyze this, whether this Jando order is actually required. So what are the kind of damages will be done if the court is not issuing the Jando order? Whether the issue will be, the damages will be irreparable, or the finding out the parties will be taking more time and they don't have time for that. Because assume that the movie is getting released on tomorrow. Assume that the party is launching the product today. You cannot go and find all the parties in a bigger market or a bazaar kind of area. So there is an imminent threat for the protection of the copyright or trademark or patent. Then the courts issue John Doe Act. Again, there is one interesting case here. For the first time in UTV Software Communication Limited, this home cable network. So we have seen that only the websites are being blocked. Here, in this case, even the cable operator was blocked. The Delhi High Court issued John Doe order against the cable operator who illegally telecasted a pirated version of films, Seven Poon Moth. It's a Hindi movie, and Thank You. So these two movies were telecasted by a cable operator, and the Delhi High Court has issued a John Doe order to stop them. After this instance, John Doe order has become a tool often used in the media industry and seems to offer an effective way to curb privacy. That is what the John Doe order is in fact helping in Indian cinema in a bigger way, because as we all know that cinema is a multi-crore business. If you allow 10 days or 15 days, most of the movies will be telecasted in all the websites. So the revenue of the movie industry definitely will drastically go down. So this John Doe order is in fact, it's like a helping hand for the whole Indian movie industry. Whether our Madras High Court has issued such a John Doe order? Yes. In 2012, when the movie acted by actor Dhanush, 3, the name 3, the famous song Why This Kolaveri. In an order dated 29th March 2012, Justice Vasuki passed the first ever John Doe order in the history of Madras High Court. This is the first case in the Madras High Court history. The Madras High Court issued a John Doe order. This order was passed in the case of RK Production versus BSNL. Why this BSNL? Because BSNL is one of the top ISP. BSNL and 14 others ISP and several yet to be named John Doe's or Ashok Kumar's. The plaintiffs are producers and copyright owners of the Tamil film 3, which are already by way of features the super hit number Kolaveri D. The plaintiffs apprehended large-scale piracy of the movie over the internet, filed a quiet time injunction. This is again another interesting topic. This word is very important. Quiet time action. What is this quiet time action? We all know that you can file a suit only when there is a cause of action. When something happened and it creates a cause of action for the plaintiff to sue. But this quiet time action is very unique and peculiar. The actual action has not started. The defendant not even sold the product. But the plaintiff is having an apprehension that the defendant is having the product. He is having all the belief that he is having the product that is an infringing product. He is going to sell it or he is going to make money out of it. Either it is not only for the trademark, even for a patent. If it is a patented product, if it is a drug, he knows that the defendant company is going to sell it and they are going to make money out of it, and we cannot stop it after a point of time. Similarly, even in a movie case, we know that these companies or these websites are going to release and they have all the belief and apprehension. It is called quiet time action. Quiet time means even before the action started. That is the beauty of the John Doe order and the IP here. In this case, the plaintiff filed a quiet time action before the Madras High Court seeking ex parte interim injunction against 50 internet service providers and several unnamed John Does who can be identified as parties to the suit at a later stage as and when their infringing activities are picked up by the plaintiffs. The present case, the order of the Madras High Court is quite broad, and although it is targeted primarily ISPs, initially the case was filed only targeting internet service providers, but the court also went ahead and gave a broader order that it also prohibits the infringement of copyright through different mediums such as CD, DVDs, VCDs, and cable TV, pen drives, etc. The court did not stop only with the website. It went ahead to the CD, DVD, any, for example, if you have a Pandi Bazaar or a Karma Bazaar, they sell CDs. The court wanted to ensure that even the CDs cannot be sold. So that is what the power of the John Doe order. The court passed such an order. This is the first ever John Doe order in the Madras High Court history. This is a case. You can read it for the detailed purpose. RK Production versus BSNL and 14 others. The second case in Madras High Court, Red Chilies Entertainment Private Limited versus BSNL. Madras High Court issued John Doe order to block, you can see the number of websites, 2,650 websites and several websites. The invoked interim order was against several internet service providers in a case of copyright infringement, directing the ISPs to disable access to websites upon the plaintiff request. So what the ISPs will do is that the moment they get a court order and they send an email to the, or they contact all the ISPs to block all these websites, wherever they have a belief that these websites may issue. Because by seeing their history and by seeing their previous activity, we all know that which all websites are genuine websites and which all websites are mainly telecasting pirated movies or pirated contents. So by reading the history, you can easily find out. So that is where the movie companies or the production companies get an apprehension that these websites will definitely release the pirated version of the movie. So that is how they block all these websites. And somehow, though it is not 100% possible in a current scenario that even after getting John Doe order, we can see that after 10 days or 15 days, some other website is coming and popping up and people are seeing or people are downloading. So all these activities are there, but it is some kind of a relief for the movie industry or an IP owners to stop the major chunk of infringers from violating their IP rights. There ends my presentation. I think I have almost covered all the important sections and the relevant